All right. This is my panel, by the way. Disorganized chaos.
Have it?
Okay.
What's up? Hi.
Ugh.
Oh, I should.
Speak.
Speak. Huh?
Hello.
Hold on.
How's it going? My name is PB&J Shep. I am a Pittsburgh jelly-themed German Shepherd. As you can tell, I'm a purple and brown German Shepherd. Yes.
This is like a really bad AA meeting right now. This is like the crash and burn panel that people are going to like do something. Like you see that meme where the guy is like with the stick poking the thing, like just do something. That is this panel. People are showing up really hoping something great happens. I showed up and I'm really hoping something great happens, but I didn't plan this.
The panel is still young.
The panel is still young. It's only 17 minutes young. We're only a quarter of the way through it.
Oh my god.
This is painful. This is bad.
We'll figure out stuff to talk
I
about.
want to say thank you for bringing me on stage.
This is PB&J Shep. Go follow him on Twitter. Go follow him on Twitter.
Yeah.
That's funny because people say my suit looks like it's peanut butter and jelly too. Yeah.
You're an African wild.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like an orangey kind of pumpkin color, and then like a reddish, I guess like reddish purple like jam color, I guess. So I've been called the peanut butter and jelly wild dog too. So
Yes, come sit. Welcome to the cluster. Hello.
Come in. Hello.
All right. Hello.
Oh,
All are welcome. You're allowed to sit. Come on. Hello. Everyone say hi. Let's act like a cult.
hello. Hello.
hello.
Oh, we scared him away. Okay, bye.
Hey, everyone on Ascari's channel, if you want a better view, you should go to the YouTube page Coloring Book Dog,
Oh,
and
you're
then you
actually
should
streaming this
subscribe.
right now?
Yeah, and it's a really awesome view. So,
I have
or
mine
open them up
set
in
up
both
because I'm
screens.
lazy.
Like I don't know if you can do that.
I have mine centered because I'm lazy. But yeah, no.
I just realized you're.
Oh, you just realized I'm live streaming?
Yeah.
You just saw it? Good job. So IndyFurCon. Welcome to the con, everyone. It's Canadian themed. I don't know why.
Because
That's weird.
I guess because both the guest of honors are from Canada.
But yeah.
It is a Canadian invasion. So
I do apologize. Last con I had notes.
I know
things to
those
talk
were my
about.
notes. I actually have those notes somewhere in my Google Drive, but
Oh, mother-
no, I'm live streaming right now, so we're just gonna have to. Oh no, we're gonna have to improvise.
Panel made me start my YouTube. Really started me.
Last year's
Really?
panel wasn't a total failure.
Yay!
It inspired me to start videos.
That's good. I'm happy.
Hi there. Welcome to
Welcome
the all
new
new
people.
Bixby.
This is Furries Anonymous, where we all talk about why this fandom is horrible. I'm kidding.
Oh
But,
boy.
I love the fandom. I'm sorry. But yeah, no. What do you want to talk about, Caffeine?
Okay.
Straight up putting
I got
Caffeine
one.
on the spot. Oh.
Out of the suit.
For fuck's sake.
And it has everything to do with the skill for yo-yo. Everything about buying scripts and everything in between. I kind of ride on the coattails of a buddy of mine, so we are both professional sponsors. And I'm gonna eat it. Wow, that's way too loud.
It's good.
I hate that. Should I just repeat everything I said just louder?
Does it work? People in the back, will you able to hear them? Yeah, I can hear them. People said, yeah.
Okay, cool. So, been doing this for about 3 years now. Been professionally sponsored in the yo-yo community. No, it sounds weird. For about 4 years or so, and it's turned out pretty good. 89,000 followers. Most of that actually came from the fidget spinner community, which is kind of hilarious. Like that shit blew up like crazy. Like kids everywhere wanted one of those things. And so my partner in crime, who actually owns the channel, if you want to look it up, I'm going to shamelessly plug him, is Dylan Kowalski. He started doing fidget spinner videos, and it kind of boosted him to fame a little bit, but he's maintained a lot of those subscribers from that. And also, like, we do little skits here and there. I show up on his channel. Not in suit, actually, none of it is furry related, but I will tell you, there's a lot of hate. There's a lot of people out there just willing to crush you because you're on YouTube and you have that many subscribers. I don't know what it is, but it's a thing. It exists.
Yeah, trolls are really weird.
Trolls.
Okay, so normal YouTubers, trolls, usually they just say block, delete, block, delete, block, delete. I don't do that. Trolling a troll is a lot of fun. I don't recommend doing that if you get easily offended at shit. I had a guy invite me to his Discord server and actually ban me from his Discord server because I pissed him off so much. Because okay, so there's bad trolls that will come in, drop terrible slurs, and then you're just like, okay, ban, whatever. Those aren't the fun trolls. The fun trolls are the one who, like, try to troll. Like, proper trolling is, like, just saying stupid stuff. And that's basically what this guy was doing. He was, like, making fun of the fandom. I was like, all right, man. I was like, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I joined his Discord server, because he shoots me a link, and the first thing I expect, like, I had, like, all of my stuff on thumb, because the first thing I expected was absolute, like, ear screeching when I got there, and it wasn't. I ended up being a cool troll, but I ended up going there, and my proudest moment ever. I pissed off this troll so much. He was like he was trying to argue with me, and I just kept saying stupid crap to piss him off, and I angered him so much. He kicked me and banned me from his server, and all his friends joined mine to talk to me instead of him, and they were just sitting there laughing like, oh my god, you managed to, like, next level the troll. Holy crap. Meanwhile, my live stream is like, did you just do that? Did you just piss him off to the extent? And there was at one point, I kind of felt bad for him, because at one point he did begin to, like, get really emotional. So I think I struck a nerve, I felt bad. But it was a troll.
Do you want to hear? Like, I'll start asking. Like, I think I have an idea. I think I'll just start asking questions, and we'll go down the line. All right. So, what inspired you to start your YouTube channel? I mean, like, that could be another YouTuber, or just like an event in your life, or something like that. For me, I kind of explained it before that I had videos of myself all over YouTube anyway because of Who's Lion, so I figured, why not? It took me a really long time actually to build up the courage to start my own channel. It was an idea that I was sitting on for a good 4 years before I finally did it.
Why are you commenting on the stream? You're here! You're here! You can literally speak over. You're rooming with me! Why are you commenting on the stream?
We have this question from the goddamn audience.
If you have, what the hell?
If you have a question, put it on Ascari's live stream.
Top 10 things that drive YouTubers crazy.
Yes! This looks... No, somebody tried to catch it. What is this?
It's an egg.
It's one of those eggs.
It's August though? You're a little earlier.
A little bit early.
I don't know.
You know, I thought that I went to Walmart earlier today and they had Christmas stuff out, and I thought that was too early, but Easter. So so I finally started it because I started hanging out with him, and I was like, oh yeah, I could probably do this. And then I also kind of fell in love with the there's a bunch of people out there, not a lot of furries that do arcade videos, and that was like my favorite thing to do as a kid is go to arcades and just win a buttload of tickets and cash them in or play on the crane machines. It's always fun because people think those are rigged, and for the most part, they're not. I mean, it depends on the machine. So if you want to know more about that, you can follow my channel. I kind of explain everything. And yeah, that's basically why I started a channel.
Come in. Hello.
Hello, you're welcome to come. They don't like being called out. I'm so sorry. I apologize. What? What'd you say?
She's looking for somebody.
Oh, you're looking for someone? Who are you looking for? I can ask if they're here. Who? Raz? Oh, you're looking for Razzie? I haven't seen Razzie in here, no.
I think he's working at the sponsor store thing.
Check the store.
Yeah, the sponsor store.
Anyway, as I was saying, Matt, come here. Matt. Night.
Yeah, come here for a second.
Night Matt.
Anyway, so why I do YouTube? Okay, so straight up, at first I just wanted to be popular. Yeah, I know, it sucks. I legit walked around MFF 2016, my first con. I was like, holy crap, that's a lot of people around some of the YouTubers I watch. I was like, I think that'd be pretty cool. And then
You
like,
can also blame me because one of his first panels that he came to was Who's Lion.
yeah,
So
and that like MFF, just the entire experience though, through and through, I was just like, oh, you know, I really want to do YouTube, but I don't have a fursuit, rah rah. And then I ran into someone and they told me, they're like, who cares? Who needs a suit? You don't need a suit. And I was just like, screw it, we'll do it. My first video was the most cringy thing on earth. And it's not even because I did like cringy stuff. It's because I'm like, hey guys, want to talk about like convention experience?
Yeah, you have to come into yourself. Like,
don't do that.
I mean, like, I've had experience like being on stage, and like I'm pretty good at that. But when I was actually being like, when I knew I was recording myself, I had like a really hard time. Hated the sound of my voice, and then if you like watch my first Oddcade video, which is the arcade section, it's so fucking cringy, and it's like it's been there's just in a few videos there's been a huge improvement. So even if your first video just is awful, just keep working on it. You're gonna eventually find your comfort zone, and it's gonna be awesome.
So,
Oh, yeah.
but the first video was like, it was bad. What's up?
What's your YouTube?
Mine? Oh wait, which one?
What are you streaming on?
Oh, Ascari Husky or Coloring Book Dog? Coloring Book Dog will probably last longer because, oh hey, someone donated $1 to the stream. Yay! I should have totally brought my laptop to the con because I could have done Streamlabs and then played it through, and then you could have heard the terrible audio people did. But no, so basically I wasn't confident enough, and it's funny, my first video is awful. Like my first and the worst part too is my most popular video is just as bad as my first. Remember that high-pitched beeping I talked about?
Yeah.
That first, okay, so at least in the later videos I had the energy. My first video was like, hey guys, I'm Ascari D. And like you can't hear me talk because it's just this really annoying high-pitched beep. And I sit there and I watch it and I just go,
It's unnecessary censorship.
I should have used my phone for this. And I I straight up started my channel borrowing my mom's work laptop. I had a crappy rip-off GoPro. I had no video editing. I didn't know how to edit anything. I hit someone up like a month or two later to start making me thumbnails because I still don't know how to use Photoshop. Right? I'm a photographer who's taken 30,000 photos and I don't know how to use Photoshop.
So, there's a very good program for that, by the way, for thumbnails. If you don't have Photoshop, because it's kind of expensive, right, if you go the legal route.
This.
Yeah. There's a program
There's
called...
a legal way to get it?
Yeah. It's called Canva.com, and it allows you to make thumbnails with a lot of pre-built stuff into it, and you can get a pretty professional looking thumbnail with like minimal effort, and it's free. So it's Canva.com.
My live stream's roasting the shit out of me for not knowing how to use Photoshop. Ouch. So I straight up didn't know how to use Photoshop, didn't know how to edit, and all of my videos were one takes. No cuts, no music, no nothing. I hit record, and that was the video. And I will say this, that is kind of a good way to learn it, because you learn how to get it done right the first time, instead of I'm filming, no, I don't like that, let's go back, I'm filming. It makes the editing process a lot easier. It makes everything a lot easier. So, I mean, in a way, it kind of helped me. And then I remember I got like my next knockoff GoPro and it looked a lot better. Then I got my first SLR and then it just like looked really good, but then my editing still sucked. And
I remember when he was, we first started hanging out, he'd send me like 3 videos and he'd be like, which video is better? So he would record the same video 3 times because he didn't have editing. So it was just, he tried to do it his best take. So it'd be like this half-hour, 15-minute video, and he'd send me 3 of them. And he's like, which one sounded the best? And in my experience with him and with other people, your first take is generally going to be your best take. After that, you're just kind of like, it feels like you're going off of the script. And that was kind of, that's been my experience with me, and that's been awesome. Anytime you try to put me on a script, it's a nightmare. Like seriously, when I record my interviews, like we always like record like the intro and the outro like at the end so we can just like splice them in later, and it takes like 20 takes. But the whole interview when I'm talking to the person, no problem, even flow, whatever. But yeah, as soon as I have to like say something specific, forget it.
Sit. We have room. Come sit. We have room. Hello. Welcome. Welcome. Oh, they don't have that. Oh.
I'm currently ghosting the con, but I got here like 2 minutes ago.
So yeah, but and then I finally got video editing, and I was so proud, and like I played the music too loud, and yeah, no, my editing like straight up kind of sucks. But but like I said, YouTube has just kind of become a fun thing. I try to upload every week, but since I work so much, that doesn't happen. And yeah, basically that's why I do YouTube nowadays, because someone at a FurCon was just like, just do it. Who cares? And that's honestly the best advice I can give.
Yeah.
So what? One take it, man. Like, honestly, too, if you one take it, okay, so the cool thing with that, too, is before that, I was like a social awkward mess. I'd walk up to people and be like, hi? I was that weird dude. I'd be like, hi.
Can I just hang around here for a while?
Can I just chill with you for a second? I know we don't, like, I was that dude. I had zero social skills. And then the YouTube thing kind of gave me, and then my next con happened, and then I had a few more social skills, so I was like, hi, my name is, and that's all I could get to. And then I just slowly progressed. So that's the cool thing with YouTube. It does help some people, and when you one take it, it's actually helped me in job interviews too. Because when you one take it, this is what I tell people, try to one take your videos. Because if you one take it, it will actually help you like outside of YouTube as well. Because if you're in a job interview, you only have one chance. So when you only have one chance to get things right, and you have that mindset of, I gotta do this now, I gotta get it right now, or I'm never gonna get it at all. If you have that kind of a mindset, that kind of a logic going into it, it'll really help you outside of it too. And once you start getting into editing, then you can, but when you start doing one take, it makes it a lot easier. Now, I am very guilty nowadays of getting in front of my camera, pulling up my notes or something, and just being like, hey guys, no, I don't like that. Hey, no, I don't like that. So, well, no, I don't like that either. And like, I literally had a video that was 2 hours of footage, and it was only 5 minutes. Because I was just standing in front of the camera like, I don't know what to do.
What you're saying is like you got one shot.
Yeah.
Mr. Shep.
No, now I do. Anyway.
Arms are steady.
No, we're not doing
These
this.
big arms are heavy.
We're not doing this. Okay, so we have a cool night behind us, by the way. He totally clobbered me in the face at IndyFurCon. That was funny.
Was this when you weren't the Ascari Husky?
No, that was still when I. Anyway.
Kind of want to say something too, like you may have idols out there, and you may derive inspiration from your idols, such as some of the bigger guys out there. I think the biggest I can think of is like Majira. And the best thing you can do is like learn from, but not copy. And Majira does it right because he's got a certain thing. He's got the zazz. He's got this pizzazz bottom or whatever. The cool thing is like learn from that, but don't learn from his actual material. And do your own thing, but just be inspired. That's the idea. Don't copy, but be inspired. I see a lot of people out there that try to copy other people's content, and that tends to be kind of annoying and a little bit repetitive. And I'll just say, okay, hold on. He's got one more.
Okay, so if you are having a really bad time coming up with videos, you have complete writer's block, you can't think of anything. I have actually, I'm not even kidding, I have created entire videos off of 3 words someone said in another video. So I was watching a video by Ascari Husky, and I was like, man, I can't think of a video, I can't think of a video, I can't think of a video. So I just started watching other YouTubers. Get inspired by what they do, definitely get inspired, but don't steal the idea. And what I'll do is I will listen to every word they say. Because sometimes they might say one sentence and you go, that could be a video. Right in and of itself, I could elaborate on that. Now, I'm not saying if someone says X, Y, Z and it's stupid not to. If X, Y, Z and it's like a horrible idea, no, don't do that. Just try to come up with something, and don't do like a minute of content and then another 9 of nothing. Like, try to keep the entire, like when I do my videos, I'm just like, hey, what is up, guys? I'm Ascari Husky, which I really gotta change because it's getting really repetitive. But basically, I do my intro. Today's video is, and then I instantly jump into the video, and then the outro, I spend maybe 30 to 60 seconds, like, hey, don't forget to like, share, sub, etc. And then I'm done.
Placement of those things.
Yeah, and, oh gosh, this is so loud. Yeah, and so like, whenever you're going about your day-to-day life, it's really easy to ignore all the details that you could miss. So if you're trying to come up with ideas for a video, just think in your head, like when you're going through Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever, just think in your head, all right, how could this be a crazy video? And then write it down on your phone, like on a little notepad app. And it doesn't matter how stupid it is, crazy, whatever. Just go back home after you've written all these ideas, and you'll be like, all right, out of these 800 crazy ideas I wrote down on my phone, this is the video.
Agreed. 100%.
Yay.
What is said question?
I have a question.
What's up?
What do you guys think is the hardest and easiest thing while you're collabing with other YouTubers?
Oh my God! Holy.
The hardest
The hardest thing when working with any collaboration with any YouTuber, and they can be someone I talk to every day. Okay. The worst thing on earth working, and this is like outside of YouTube, working with other people is timing. Oh my God. There's a video I filmed in February with someone and it's still not out yet. Timing, working with people is really, 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 really hard because different sleep schedules, different editing, different this, different that. And I remember one of my friends, we were like, okay, we're gonna get this video out on Friday. 3 weeks later, I still haven't uploaded anything. And it's like, hey man, when are we doing this video? That is the hardest part. The easiest part is filming. That is the easiest part. Coming up with ideas can be a little, like I said, it's like any video. Coming up with ideas is a little harder, but sometimes a little easier because you have 2 people. But the hardest thing is working together to get it done, and depending on the con, just kind of getting together to get to film it, right? Because small cons like this, I can hit up Caffeine and be like, hey, let's do our video right now, you know, because there's not, small cons, not as much is going on. Big cons, on the other hand, like AnthroCon, hell no.
It's like herding cats, literally.
It is. AnthroCon is damn near impossible to get videos done. I had 4 videos that never got filmed, 4 photo shoots that never happened. It is hard. And another hard part is definitely depending on who you room with. If you have people like me who sleep during the day, you don't want them in the shot, stuff like that. So if you room with people sometimes too, that could be a challenge. But I want to say the easiest part is just filming it. But the hardest part is just getting it out.
And if you want to
For me, the hardest part is I actually have an actual like studio location. One of my friends has a recording studio, and you know, he uses it for like bands and things like that. But I'm like, would you be able to do a podcast in there? And he was like, yeah. So the hardest part for me is getting people to that location. So right now, you kind of have to be in the Chicago area, or you have to be in Wisconsin, or you have to be willing to drive. I want to interview you. You're on my list. I've had like 3 people say that they want me to interview you. So yeah, so that's kind of like the biggest one. And then also, I'm kind of dependent upon the studio owner. Yeah, I kind of depend upon the studio owner because he has his own schedule. Like it's his job. Like that's an actual recording studio. So trying to coordinate people being in the area, and then also and it's expensive too. I mean, like he is. My friend is great. He's
really lean in on the payment and stuff like that. And then the easiest part.
Thank you for coming, by the way. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
The easiest part for me is talking to people. I like to talk. You know, once we get the interviews going, like the very first interview I did, it was like a lot of like scripted questions. Got a little bit difficult, was difficult to edit because it just felt really stale. But when I did my second interview, the guy I was interviewing, Chewy, is just so, he has a really good rapport. So him and me went back and forth, and we ended up like having like an hour and a half of material that we had to split up into 2 20-minute episodes. So I think the easiest part for me is talking to people.
What
Jeez.
was that?
Another A.
That's a hard A. What's that?
Okay, have you guys seen these eggs around like, the convention center,
Yeah.
anywhere, like in the hotel area? I found personally, I found 3. My roommates found maybe 4 collectively. I think he just found one. You guys find anything cool?
I think he had one slammed into the back of his head.
I had a buddy. Is that it? This is the culprit right here.
Oh yeah, that's
Stop it.
Is
Stop.
he afraid of KFC?
I would be.
I don't know. I mean, you kind of got to grind the sticky because one of those eggs actually contained a $20 bill. So keep your eyes on. Yeah.
Now you're gonna start we're gonna walk past an A. There's gonna be 3 people trying to kill each other for an A. $20. Nah, man, trust me. I worked retail for 2 years. People will murder each other over 10 cents. I'm not kidding. Holy crap. There was a dude who dropped a quarter, and I thought, World War III was about to break out in Lowe's. Dude dropped a quarter, 2 people ran at it, some kid fell over. I was just like, it's in the parking lot. It's not my problem.
Don't comment, make it, subscribe.
Nope.
Subscribe.
By the way, guys, I just want to say, at the end of the panel, I want to do an intro like I did at First Squared, where basically I'm it's going to be the intro to my con video like I did. So if you guys want to stick around and be a part of the video, that'd be much appreciated, by the way. But yeah, totally. next year I'm just gonna host a retail horror stories because I have 2 years.
I think there is a panel like that. There's a customer service horror story.
We have 15 minutes. Is there anything going on in here after this? Yeah? That means we got GTFO.
Do you guys have any more questions for us?
Yeah, does anyone have questions? I want to answer what you guys have to say. What's good?
How do you go about editing a video? Because I've never done it before and I don't even know if I have a program.
Let me go first on that one.
So the first time I went to college, which was a long time ago, I ended up taking this class called Multimedia Arts, and this was in 2005. And if this were a class today, it'd be called YouTube 101, because basically all we did was record videos and then edit them together with iMovie. So I learned in this stupid class that when I ended up transferring to ASU 10 years later, they didn't have an equivalent of it in ASU, so they just said journalism. They just were it's just a journalism class, just here, take it as a credit. But that class, frickin' in 2005, which was right when YouTube was starting up, that taught me how to edit, and I kind of just edited in my free time, since then for school projects or for Who's Line videos or something like that. So since then I've just kind of, I've improved my skills. I was using, that was iMovie, and then I was using Windows Movie Maker, and then I was using Premiere, and then after the most recent update of Premiere, I wanted to put my fist through the laptop, so I switched to Vegas.
Hey, Snap, we're good. Sorry, I just want to take a selfie. I'm sorry.
But first, let me take a selfie.
Oh, wait, sorry, I didn't want a selfie.
But yeah, if you guys are looking to edit videos, I highly recommend Vegas, and I promise you will not want to put your fist through the computer like I did with Premiere.
Sony Vegas is a great learning platform.
Yeah.
I totally second that. If you want to get into something bigger like Adobe Premiere, Sony Vegas actually has the same kind of learning curve, but it's a little bit easier to use.
Yeah, it's so not frustrating. I mean, if you need to do something more complicated, then by all means use Premiere. But Vegas works great for my studio interviews, where I have 3 camera views that are switching throughout the whole video. So it works great for that.
And like I use Adobe Elements, so it's like you pay for it once, unlike the regular Adobe where it's a subscription base. But unfortunately, Adobe Elements has some issues. It's not like, it doesn't give you a lot of control of your videos. But I feel like having that program kind of adds an element of cheesiness to it, which you couldn't get with the other one. So it's I don't know, it's weird.
Okay, what's up?
How did sleep stream get so dark?
I have no idea, man. I heard some dude started streaming in his sleep and had people donate $50 to wake him up, and then a ton of other people started doing it, and then it became a thing, and then I did one, my PayPal broke, so people just kind of sat there and watched me for 8 hours sleeping.
I don't want to do that because I like sleepwalk and sleep talk.
Hey
so,
man, it's still better than what happened 2 days before that. I did like a drunk stream, went to the bathroom, and never came back to the stream. So don't do that, man. I like passed out on the bathroom floor by complete accident too. I was just like, okay. So I went to the bathroom. I was like, okay guys, I gotta use the restroom. I'll be back. Because okay, you stream. I'll stream for up to 12 or 13 hours, man. There is no way, at no point, I'm gonna not have to use the restroom. It happens. So I was like, okay, I gotta use the restroom, guys. I'll be right back. We'll continue Rocket League, blah, blah, blah. I go to the bathroom, and I guess at some point while I was using the bathroom, I thought it would be a good idea to just fall asleep on the floor. I don't know.
Yeah, alcohol makes it.
So, no, it gets worse. It gets worse. So I left my phone next to my computer to charge. So I woke up on the bathroom floor. I was like, why did I do that? I was like, that was a horrible idea. So I'm just like, I totally forgot that I was streaming too. I was like, okay. So I went back to bed. Meanwhile, my stream is going. No one. Just my cats in the background are nothing else. I went to bed. I woke up. Stream's been going now for about 10 hours. Nothing. Just 10 hours of absolutely nothing.
Of just a room.
Just a room. Just a room. My cat's walking around. I like watched segments of it. At one point, my cat was like all up in my camera, like, what's going on? And I remember, you know, like your computer screen goes dark if there's like no activity for a little bit. So I went into the living room where my computer's at, and I was like, I just taken a shower. I'm just in my boxes. That is it. And I was like, oh, hey, you know, I was like, okay, I'll check my phone. I grabbed my phone, and I had like 100 DMs, one of which was from my mother. Even my mom texted me like, hey, man, you forgot to turn off your stream. And like, I remember I'm like seeing all these DMs from people like, hey, you forgot to turn it off. I look at my phone. I'm in my boxers. I look at my phone. I look at my computer, and I have this look of fear and shock. I'm just like, oh no. I'm just like, people are watching this right now. Crap. I sit down and I'm just like, okay, maybe it ended on its own. Maybe there's only like 2 people watching. I open it up. There's 30 people watching me walk around my house in my boxers without me knowing it. And I'm like, and all the comments were, oh, he's awake, he's back, he's awake. I'm just like, end it, delete, end it. I'm just like, oh, crap. I'm just like, oh, no. So I went to Twitter and I said, I totally didn't pass out drunk on the bathroom floor, I swear to God. And every reply was bullshit. And the worst part is, too, okay, I work nights. So if I decide to party on a weekend, I party when other people wake up for work. So I'm sitting there doing a drunk stream while the sun is rising, and everyone's just like, wow, this dude has a problem. And I'm just like, not really.
No, that's
so like, that's like the sugar, like that's just the cherry on top. Everyone was just like, this dude has an issue. And then the next day, my PayPal decides to break because okay, if you're gonna set up Streamlabs, be sure to set your business name as your channel name and not your actual name, and your actual name as your name and not your channel's name. I did that. So I couldn't enter in any of the info. PayPal was like, hey, you're not paying taxes. We're gonna close your account. And I'm streaming, and I was like, oh, we'll do a sleep stream. Come in, Slade. No? Okay. Okay, that's a thing. But so I did a sleep stream, and the point of a sleep stream is basically for people to throw money at you. They play audio, it wakes you up, etc., etc. And I guess my PayPal wasn't working, so no one was able to donate. So people watched me sleep for 8 or 9 hours. Nothing. Just watched me sleep. In the comments, and I went back through the comments, it's like, hey, his PayPal's broken, his PayPal's broken.
Oh.
And at one point, I think at one point in the comments, someone created a drinking game. Let's have a shot every time he says something in his sleep. So there's someone drinking, watching my stream, probably taking shots every time I started talking. So, like, yeah, no, that was like a hell of a weekend. That I fully regret a lot of things. It's okay, I got a really good photo in Chicago that weekend. But yeah, does anyone have any other questions? Who raised your hand? Second row. No questions? No, did it get answered? Okay. Yeah, but YouTube's a fun platform to do a lot of crazy stuff and a lot of fun stuff. And I will be honest, YouTube does kind of screw over the creator on occasion. I mean, Majira got a strike, and they told him, oh, you can't monetize your videos anymore. Okay, you didn't take anything away from the man. But no, YouTube on occasion does kind of screw over, but for the most part, it is a fun platform to do crazy stuff. Just be sure that if you're streaming, be sure you go back to the stream. It's better to pass out on stream because then people have something to laugh and look at opposed to off camera, walking in front of it in your boxers. At least, man, that would have been bad if I was like, no clothes at all. That would have been really bad. That would have been like, that may have, like, YouTube would have been demonetized. No, delete that channel.
I can't even monetize my channel.
What's up?
So what are some of your future ideas when you get your first suit for videos?
Oh man, I got a lot of ideas. So my current car is a complete piece of junk. Even the scrapyard doesn't want it.
Wait. If I'm not mistaken, you have a super
Yes.
Is that correct?
That
What do you
is
drive
correct.
first?
2001 Pontiac Grand Prix. We're gonna crash it into a wall while in fursuit. Because we can.
Well, you want to do it. So you did.
Well, yeah, I'm not. What? I'm gonna speed up to 100 miles an hour and be like, this is my final video, guy. No! That's a horrible idea.
No, you just do that. You just do that.
This is my final stream, everyone. This is the greatest YouTube. Bye.
And then it's just you just like slumped over the
Make sure you comment, link, and subscribe at the end there.
Yeah, we
And,
should like sub and share.
Rag
Let's
all
traumatize people. No.
Next level.
long sleep.
My plan is to like do just crazy stuff in suit. I should probably stop using the mic because I'm pretty sure I'm killing people's ears. But crazy stuff in suit. My suit will be here by MFF. And it was funny. I was like, I might be here by MFF. I don't know.
I'm kidding. I'm
Okay.
kidding.
I was like, oh, okay. But like, I totally was like, we're gonna keep it a secret. And then one day on Twitter, I was just like, no, fuck it. It was just like, we're gonna tell the world. So yeah, any other questions?
You didn't do that meme.
I did it through a meme of all things, so people didn't believe me, and I've clickbaited so many videos of me saying I'm gonna get a suit. Like,
And like him unboxing the first.
April 1st was the worst clickbait I ever did. I filmed a really quick video on my phone, did a really crappy thumbnail, and got a box behind me, and it was like 40 seconds. And it was fursuit unboxing, and everyone showed up to it, and I got so many DMs of people like, you're a cool bitch. That wasn't funny. Like, everyone's like, oh my god! And like, at a certain point, I was like, wow, people are not going to believe me when I actually get it. They're going to click on the video and be like, oh, another click, oh shit, you actually got one. Like, that is literally what it's going to be like. Like, there's a lot of people right now who don't believe me. Like, who are like, no, you're not going to have one by MFF. They're going to see it and be like, oh, it wasn't wrong.
Ascari, would you care to commentate on a little bit more details about your suit, or is that kind of classified?
It's his persona.
He's going to be a sassy bitch.
What?
Be a sassy bitch.
He is gonna be a sassy bitch too.
So, yeah. But really, that's all the details I have at the moment.
I haven't started it yet. I mean, probably right after this con.
This is my suit maker, by the way.
Oh, there it is. See, I was gonna ask who's making it.
Yeah, I'm
Looks like
making it.
Senjay is gonna.
And if you want to see what my suits look like, go subscribe to my channel because that's the one suit. Yeah, like
because all you made a lot of your suits.
Yeah, no, I actually found an old folder of when me and my husband used to make suits together, and there was over 40 of them, at least. We took like a 5-year break. I made a suit for Desta, and then I made a suit for myself. And the suit that I made for myself is probably your best bet for what his will look like, except him.
Again,
Nice.
you're right there!
Shameless.
Why?
What is he asking?
He's just like, he's giving details of what he knows, like partial, this.
Yes, you, with the hands and the face.
Yeah, partial is hands, face, feet, tail. Yeah. No sleeves.
Does anyone else have any questions? Does anyone have questions for Caffeine? He's been awful quiet. I feel bad because I've been doing most of the talking. Go sub to Caffeine!
Hey, Caffeine.
It's cute.
Caffeine, because nobody's actually raising their hand and everybody's like shy and introverted. I'm gonna ask you, like, who made your suit, buddy?
Dream Machine Costumes. Oh, into the mic. Dream Machine Costumes made my suit. So I've had a lot of people ask, and I guess, yeah. So yeah, Dream Machine Costumes. Yeah, go check your workout.
One more time? Mountain Dew. Legit, when I like got my persona, like Ascari 2.0, the idea, because originally it was just a basic wolf. Legit, I was at work, I was still working at Lowe's, and Lowe's sells Pepsi products, and I was sitting there behind the cash register. I'm an outside garden in the middle of December, so there's not a soul going through it unless they buy a Christmas tree. And I'm just like, I'm texting a friend, you know, he's like, yeah, you need to change it, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just looking around, I'm just like, I want a color that's bright and crazy. And I look down at my bottle of Mountain Dew, and I'm like talking with this artist, we're trying to come up with an idea. And, but I'm trying to come up with an idea, and I legit just sent the artist a photo of a bottle of Mountain Dew, and I said, this.
For me, I like to say that I'm furry recycling because I left the fandom and then came back 2 years later as a different persona. So, and literally my suits, I had a dragon persona and I was making her into a fursuit, and then I gave up because I had like dropped out of the fandom for like 2 years. When I came back, I decided Wild Dog was more fitting for me for a variety of reasons. Because of the Brookfield Zoo in Chicago, because of the Brookfield Zoo in Chicago, they have wild dogs there, and I've always loved them. So I'm like, I want to be a wild dog. So I literally took the head that I was working on for my Dragoness, and I just carved it completely differently and made it into a wild dog. And then just used the same, like almost the same colors of the Dragoness. So I'm literally furry recycling.
What about you?
For me, it's pretty easy. My name is PB&J Shep. I go by Peeps for short. Yeah, peanut butter and jelly. That's it. Done. End of story. Next.
Fair enough.
I have, who knows Boof the Boo? Does anyone know Boof the Boo? Yeah? He legit, when he got his fursuit, he sent his maker a photo of a kayak and said this. It's not an artist! No, man! Not even an artist! It was the fursuit maker! And he said this. No web sheet, nothing. He said this. And the fursuit maker made it. And I'm just like, I thought my shit was crazy, man. What? You did what? Like, I don't know. Some people, like, he just sent a photo of them on the kayak.
I want to see a picture of the kayak and the suit.
But no, he like straight up like was like this. This is what I was like. What? I thought sending an artist just a bottle of Mountain Dew.
What
about you?
I'm based off of the Monster Energy. I'm just kidding, it's Rebel. Yeah.
So, guys, my time's basically up, and I don't want to get yelled at. So, who wants to film that intro real quick? Okay, cool. So, okay, this is gonna require you guys down there as well.
Do you want this back?
Yeah, really cool.
Yeah, I don't know who that was.
So, for those of you who watch my videos, or maybe not, I did a con video back at First Square, and I'm doing something at this con that's going to be a mix of AnthroCon and IFC, but IFC is going to be the main point. So the whole point of it, the whole idea, is basically if we could congregate up here. So the idea of it is basically going to be, I'm going to be like, hey, what is up, guys? I'm Ascari Husky here today. I'm going to turn around, and we are at, and then you guys just say like IndyFurCon or something like that. So if you guys are down for that, sweet. If not, thanks for coming. Thanks for showing up, guys. It is much appreciated. Last tip for YouTube, don't do what I do again. If you don't have energy for a video or a panel, maybe drink a Red Bull, a 5-hour energy. I should have pounded my 5-hour energy before this because once it kicked, I had way more energy. So yeah, let's congregate up here then if you guys want to be a part of that.
How long have you had this energy?
Huh?
How long have you had this energy?
For about half the panel. Also, totally, if you know.
There is candy. I don't need any candy, seriously though.
Oh,
I've been watching a lot of people.
Where are we congregating?
I guess we're congregating up here. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We're going to do this thing. Again, this was the YouTube panel at IndyFurCon, and if you guys are here, feel free to stop by and say hi to me. I have like a million other panels for the rest of the... I'm doing an outro for my panel. If you guys see me here, feel free to... Feel free to stop by and say hi. I hope you're having a great day, and if not, I hope this made it a little bit better. I'm Coloring Book Dog, and this is a live stream.
Okay.
Nice.